Hey man, what it is? This is Deem, and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to Cash App, $ Dean by any means. There go to PayPal at Dean by any means. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It's much, much, much appreciated. Don't be an eavesdropper. Hit that like button, please. Please don't be an eavesdropper. You right there. Stop. Stop. Press that like button. Thank you. Y'all know I'm an equal opportunist, right? Yeah, we've been talking about Shakur, Devin, Tank, Frank, Ryan, and all. But it's just one guy that swears that he goes under the radar. The only reason why we let you go under the radar is for the same reasons I keep telling y'all Ryan Garcia is not insane. We watched Ryan Garcia with Bill Haney interview. That sounds like a very sane young man to me. See, the person I'm about to sit up here and talk about, he says the most outlandish stuff that out of all the top fighters from 147 and down, we take Ryan Garcia more serious than this guy I am talking about. Teofimo Lopez, let me holler at you, my G. Yeah. Let me holler. I'm a T.O. fan, y'all. I just think T.O.'s a racist. I just think that T.O. is not to be taken seriously when he opens up his mouth, him or his father. I think that T.O. is a guy that is an attention seeker. I think T.O. is a hypocrite. I think T.O. is it's just not, I think he's a fun-loving person. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just think T.O. is a-hole. I just think I don't think I would like Teofimo Lopez in real life. I think me and Teofimo Lopez would not get along, like, at all. Like, I'm pretty sure of that. Teofimo Lopez not the type of dude I would be around. That's why I keep telling y'all that that Ryan don't need Devin. He could fight Teofimo. Ryan could take off a year and come back and fight Teofimo Lopez. I guarantee that fight be a major pay-per-view fight. Could you imagine that press conference? But what I really wanted to talk about, y'all, T.O., keep your mouth shut and perform. You fighting a 14th, 15th ranked guy. You can't talk about gervontadavis. You can't talk about shakurstevenson. You can't talk about devinhaney. You can't talk about Frank Martin. Now, all of a sudden, you got a game plan to stop Gervontadavis, and you want to be running Gervontadavis name in the mud, and running Ryan Garcia name in the mud, and running devinhaney name in the mud. Meanwhile, you don't even come to perform every time. We don't even know what we going to get from you. At least Devin, we know what we going to get from Devin. Ryan, we know Ryan coming out swinging left hooks. We know that Gervontadavis going to be in there setting traps. We know that shakurstevenson going to be cautious and put on a defensive performance. Hey, y'all, he fight tonight. Tell me what Teofimo Lopez going to do. I bet you don't know. Teofimo Lopez is the hardest fighter in boxing to predict what performance he gonna give you. You don't know if T.O. gonna come out there really trying to box. You don't know if T.O. gonna come out there trying to brawl. You don't know if T.O. gonna have his hands down. You don't know if T.O. gonna be showboating. You don't even know if T.O. gonna be serious. I can't take nobody serious like that, even though I like his talent. I root for T.O. in the ring because I know he's talented and I know how to separate my dislike for you outside of the ring. I like Devin more than I like T.O. And for to hear me say that, I know I like Devin more than I like T.O. I think you too. Listen here, man. I like Bill Haney more than I like Teofimo Lopez Sr. because I truly think that they are racist. I truly think that. Or bigots at the very least. You need to be quiet, sir. Out of everybody that you've been running your mouth about, you fighting the worst opponent. How you out here running your mouth, man? Don't nobody want to see this fight, Teofimo. It ain't, I don't know not one person. I don't know one person that said, yeah, you know what fight I would like to see? Teofimo Lopez versus Steve Claggett. Y'all, I can't even give you a prediction, y'all, because I don't know who the hell Steve Claggett is. I love y'all. I swear I do. I don't know who the hell Steve Claggett is. Do you? I knew who Jermaine Ortiz was. I know who Josh Taylor is. I know who Regis Program. I don't know who the hell you are, sir. Like, and you got the biggest mouth, but then complain about your purse and your promotional companies and what these other fighters are doing. T.O., I'll give you one thing. I do believe, and this is why I kind of like T.O., I do believe you will fight anybody. I 100% believe that you will fight anybody. I don't question your heart. That's one thing I don't question about Teofimo Lopez. That's the only thing that actually makes me a fan of you, is that it's his talent. And I truly believe out of all the guys we talk about, besides gervontadavis, he don't take no precaution as far as who he will fight. So I'm not coming at him like he's scared to fight other fighters at 140. My thing is, you just can't talk when you're fighting Steve Claggett. That's all I'm saying. You can't talk about what other guys are doing and who they fighting and what you think about them. Sir, we don't want to even see this fight. So can you keep your mouth shut? Go out there and perform, put on a mat. Teofimo Lopez, you have to put on a masterful performance, my guy. If you go out here and look like trash truck juice, let me tell you, it's going to be bad for you out here, sir. T.O., if they ain't talking about you today, my guy, you can't have a middle of the road performance, a bad performance. You will be the number one topic on the 30th. I promise you that, though. Because you run your mouth too much. Out of everybody from 147 and down, name me a fighter who run their mouth more than Teofimo Lopez. Actually, y'all, he been being good since that Josh Taylor fight. This is the best behaved T.O. we have seen. And he's still a flaming idiot. I just don't think T.O.'s a very bright individual. Like, I think Teofimo Lopez, y'all, it shouldn't even be no... Teofimo Lopez should be further in his career as far as he already is. I'm going to say that again. Teofimo Lopez should be even further in his career. Like, Teofimo Lopez should be a superstar, but he's not a superstar because everybody knows he's a cornball. And when people know you a cornball, it's hard to get behind him. See, Teofimo Lopez is one of the few Latino fighters that could have had the black fan base, American black fan base on top of that, because he speaks English very well, and he's from New York City. And he got a certain sense of swag and things like that. So people would embrace him because on the East Coast of the United States, there's not this big Latino African-American barrier. They mess with our women. We mess with they women. It's not like it is on the West Coast. I ain't saying some of it's not there. I'm not saying some of it's not there. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I ain't saying a lot of it's not there. It's a lot of it that is there. But it's just we have better relations than people Latino and African-American than any other part of the country, and I believe any other part of the world. So T.O. was in that position to truly be a superstar, y'all. You know the way everybody liked Manny Pacquiao, T.O. could have been Manny Pacquiao. But he run his mouth so much and spends so much time talking about what other people do, and then he goes out there and don't do what he say he gonna do. T.O. will go out there and beat a Lomachenko, and then to come out there and look like trash versus Sandor Martin. T.O. will beat a Josh Taylor and then come out there and look like trash versus Jermaine Ortiz. T.O. will probably go in that ring and knock out Ryangarcia, right? But like he doing today, a fighter Steve Claggett, and we'll all sit back and be watching like, what the hell is this? T.O. really a life of boxing chocolates type of person. I don't even know how to predict T.O. fights. You don't neither. Don't sit up here and lie to me. You don't know what Teofimo Lopez you're going to get. You don't even know what type of style he going to fight that fight. You know it's bad, y'all, when I don't even know what type of style you're going to fight. Out of every fighter, man, I think Teofimo Lopez pisses me off the most. That's why y'all don't see me talk about him as much. And I actually am a fan of his skill set and his talent and the people he has fought. T.O. give us fights. He just say the wrong things at the wrong time. Oh, I know. Oh, yeah, I know the game plan to beat Gervonta. Where? You haven't been talking about Gervonta Davis all year. Where did that come from? Now you got the game plan, but you about to go fight Steve Claggett. Bro, you could afford Richardson, Hitchison. You could afford so many Della Santos. I mean, y'all, name them. He could afford so many different people at 140. He decides to fight Steve Claggett. And then you can't blame it on Bob because you were supposed to be handling your business going further. Remember Teofimo Lopez was out there complaining about his $1 million and said he wasn't coming back until he got what he wanted. You should have stood on business. But the fact that you didn't stand on business, now you're fighting Steve Claggett. Oh, my God. I'm just hoping I see Teofimo Lopez. I don't know what I'm expecting. Y'all know I'm right about him. By far, the most unpredictable fighter in the whole sport of boxing. You don't know what he's going to say. You don't know what type of attitude he's going to have going into a fight. You don't know what type of style Teo going to fight in a fight. You don't know nothing. We just be guessing about Teo. Where is that Josh Taylor Teo at? That's the Teo that we love. That's the superstar. That Jermaine Ortiz Teo, that Sandor Martin Teo, is that an amateur? Like, how do you go from looking like a world-class fighter one fight to looking like an amateur the next? Teofimo Lopez, man. And it's a shame because I know that he got an idiot of a father in his head. Like, he was raised to be a-hole. Like, he was raised to be the way he is. Teofimo Lopez never had a shot. Look at his daddy. His daddy says more outlandish stuff than he do. Y'all talk about Bill. Nah, man, we not going to just do Bill. The problem is, at least we take Bill somewhat seriously. We don't take Teofimo Lopez Sr. as seriously at all. You don't know if he done had a Quaalude before the interview. And y'all know what this is, man. I hope Teo perform. I'm a fan of Teo. And I want y'all to know how unbiased I could be, because I could tell y'all that I'm a fan of somebody and like watching them fight, and I still think he's a bigot. Like, I don't think he means my people any well. But I know how to separate the two. That don't change the fact that the boy can fight. That don't change the fact that that boy can fight. Liking, not liking, that doesn't matter. Can you beat him is the part that matters. So y'all already know what this is, y'all. Beam by any means. And I'll holler at y'all.